We're out here, Irvine Regional Farm. I guess that's not what it's called though. It's called like the, I guess he'll tell us what it's called, but it is the UC Research Ag Station. But first thing I saw was super cool. Look at this Madagascar palm with like a seed pod on it. I mean, that's awesome. What a crazy thing. I did a test like live on YouTube the other day, and it was 12 minutes, and it seemed to record pretty good quality, and I put it up on YouTube. So,
How long do you want to shoot for?
oh, it doesn't matter, and then I can turn it off, and then we can just shoot videos. But yeah, it's just basically you can show me around.
Yeah, let's go head out to a little more scenic spot.
Yeah, I mean, I was already impressed by like the Madagascar palm and this landscape in here.
This is your first time here?
Yeah, first time here. Is it like a place you can like bring the family and the kids? You guys have like little events and things like that?
We do public events. Good parks. Starting a lot of those.
Yeah, COVID. Yeah, is there still like a lot of like safety restrictions and stuff, or
No.
size of the group? That nobody's interested.
Yeah, no, we just haven't ourselves.
So,
Like that.
okay.
We started this last year. So we're slowly. That was the first time we've done it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it again next year, but it'll be in the fall.
Cool. Well, you got a lot of nice buildings out here. Are these mainly for like education? Is that what the
So
main
yeah,
structures are for?
we're not just the research extension center.
Okay.
We're also home to the Orange County Farm Bureau,
Okay.
and then cooperative extension.
Gotcha.
So cooperative extension is located here, which is great
Yeah.
because then when it's time to do programming, we're kind of leveraging off of
Okay.
each other's
Cool.
resources and stuff.
And so you guys like go to local farms and things like that as well, or is it part of the extension? Or they
No.
no? So it's not like an ARS station where you like helping provide guidance to the local farms, or
Not so much, not this center,
not this
because
site.
we don't have much agriculture to support
gotcha.
in this
Yeah,
region.
this area. It's like strawberries, is it?
But we have a center in Imperial County and
Okay.
then Ventura. And those are better positioned to
Yeah,
support Southern and California ag.
Gotcha.
So what we primarily have here are campuses like UC Riverside probably has the biggest
Yeah.
footprint.
Okay.
And CSUs, and then there's
Okay.
some private entities. This is a laboratory.
Gotcha.
So when
Cool.
people log in to watch you, they watch you inside of your lab.
Yeah, this is your guys' lab.
This is a laboratory.
What type of stuff do you guys study? Is it
Primarily avocado is probably the largest footprint of everything here.
cool? Yeah, I saw a lot of the avocado trees coming in here.
So yeah, UC Riverside manages avocado breeding program.
Okay.
And just last year they released a new variety, new patented variety called Luna.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, that avocado was on like Time Magazine's top 100.
Was it in development for like years and years before?
Was.
Like it
Yeah.
was growing out here before they officially released it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, they usually do like 10 plus years.
Well, and it was originally named Marvel.
Oh,
But
really?
I'm sure you can imagine.
They
how
got with a bunch
difficult
of patent protection, trademark
Yeah.
problems.
Disney had kind of snatched up Marvel and everything.
This is cool. So yeah, where do we want to go?
And we'll head towards.
You got like research plots out here for your own research.
So I have part of the education team here.
Okay, so this is like for the.
Yeah. So this is the master garden.
Okay.
To kind of roll it back
Yeah.
a little bit and talk about the center itself. We're one of 9
Okay.
research extension centers managed by University of California Ag and Natural Resources.
Okay.
So they manage two things. They manage the research centers and cooperative extension.
Okay.
And cooperative extension exists. And the most important thing anybody can know.
Yeah.
Cooperative extension exists in every county, in every state.
Okay.
So every state has a land-grant university.
Yeah.
And that land-grant university then manages this network.
And that's UC Davis, right? Or is it Riverside?
UC.
The UC.
So UC is the land-grant university.
Oh, okay.
And
So they shared amongst the campuses essentially as a land grant university.
yeah, and here it's separate from the campus.
Gotcha.
Our cooperative extension is completely separate from
Interesting.
Davis and all of that.
Okay.
So the cooperative extension side of things, you'll have statewide programs like the Master Gardeners, and this is their demonstration space here.
Look at these tomatoes, by the way. Like these things are.
So we have Master Gardeners.
I have a
4-H.
garden plot at UC Irvine, and this is not what my parents are.
So we have 4-H youth development, Master Food Preservers, and then cooperative extension also has a team of advisors, academic advisors.
Yeah.
That work on whatever the
Oh,
needs
at the universities and things like that.
No, here.
Or just here.
Yeah,
Okay,
here
cool.
in the counties.
Look at this, guys. And these are like the really good Italian tomatoes right there.
Yeah, those are the San Marzano.
Yeah, those are like the expensive,
Fancy
fancy canned tomatoes.
Go ahead over to
Cool. You guys got room for more. Yeah, like you could,
this was a turf bed.
really? Okay, so now it's done.
You get close to these blocks.
Hey, we got a rogue melon, look at that.
I'll show you the
We got rogue watermelons here. That's the one fruit I'm allergic to, but my kids love watermelons, so I can bring watermelons. Yeah, I know.
I'm allergic to watermelon.
Yeah, I'm that crazy my whole life. Watermelon. That's like my one weakness. And all melons, to tell you the truth. I'm like a melon centric.
I was going to send you home. I still will send you home with the melons.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll give them to other people. And a lot of the stuff you'll give me, I'm going to bring it to the university so people that like grad students can have stuff to do.
You talk about rogue melons. Usually volunteer melons right here.
What, do we even know what they're like? Kind of like a cross hybrid of a watermelon. Like, look at these weird looking melons.
Cross-pollinated.
Yeah, like a wild melon variety. They look good though.
We got
And then I see a lot of eggplant growing out here. Like, just driving in, I saw like a bunch of farms with eggplant growing. Do you guys get a lot of, like, do you grow garlic and do you get a lot of rust? Because, like, my garlic is riddled with rust.
We don't have the rust problem. We just have a slow.
Just doesn't do
It's hard to grow.
hard to grow, hard to get
I
big.
think this
So it needs
year
to be up further north, really, to...
we've abandoned garlic.
Yeah.
Onions grow really well.
Yeah.
So this plot here, this is our plot that we manage for our educational programs. So we work with a lot of what's called CTE, career tech education programs in high school. So these are kids that may or may not be on a 4-year trajectory, but are interested in the culinary arts or agriculture or engineering. And so we bring them out here and connect them to researchers and professionals that are working. Everybody thinks that agriculture is just farming.
Yeah.
But there's so many careers.
Absolutely.
Entry level and PhD.
And like careers that you could start entry level and work your way up without like having to get like, full higher education.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
And
And
then
they need those in between type stuff.
every week we have adult transition program students. So these are high functioning special needs kids.
Gotcha.
Come out here and gain skills and experience that would help get them a job like at a garden center.
Yeah.
Or at a landscaper or a nursery.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of
Just
training
watering
them.
and taking care of plants at a nursery. That's a lot of. I mean, those are great jobs too.
Yeah.
Is this the turf? That's the new turf project.
So no, that's actually a CIMIS station that measures evapotranspiration.
Oh,
And there's
crazy!
200 of these sensors all throughout California.
So this is a monitored plot of a set size specifically for this research project.
And it's actually, this is all public data.
Interesting.
And so farmers would use this kind of data.
Gotcha.
To
Is it
pick
a set
day.
type of grass? Is it like everything's controlled? or
Yeah,
is it
I'm not
just-
sure what the grass
But they
is.
like
yeah.
it's like a
They keep up on it.
it's like an advanced research square.
So in Irvine, Irvine Water District,
Yeah.
you're charged progressive rates based on the data that
Oh,
this machine.
crazy! So
So-
it's like the machine is determining evaporation rates and how much water usage and how much water costs.
If it's 90 degrees and you got
Gotcha.
Santa Ana winds, you're going to pay significantly more than you would if it was 65.
Wow! So it's like a real-time monitor for how much water should cost.
Correct.
That's crazy. That's I'm gonna have to like.
Well, it
dig
doesn't
into
measure
that
the
more.
cost, but it measures
Yeah,
the
but it
transpiration.
provides a
Yeah,
metric
exactly.
that gives you. Man, day traders would love things like that.
So we just started building these plots in the last 2 years. We've really focused our attention on this one.
Okay.
What we're doing here is employing limited tillage.
Yep.
Mostly
No-till.
no-till.
Hey, it came from Kansas. Kansas is big no-till.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, a lot
And
of stuff
so-
they're trying to do is perennial grasses and no-till and stuff like that.
So we've been building the soil through cover cropping.
Okay. What's the cover crop you choose? I love cover cropping.
It's 7 different
Mixes like with like oats and things like that, or
So we
like,
have forage peas, oats,
Okay.
vetch, sun
Okay.
hemp, daikon,
Okay.
jackhammer radish,
oh, cool.
clover.
That's like the big long white radish, essentially.
Yeah. There are a few others.
I didn't know you were putting in radishes. That's just, I guess it's a good soil fixation.
Well,
And breaks up the soil because it puts a big tuber in.
Yes, it gets into the soil, but it doesn't really help with compaction
Yeah.
as much as it does moving of nutrients.
Interesting. I put vetch into my mix. I've been doing that too.
It's a cool looking
Yeah.
plant. Vetch is so
Yeah,
cool.
it's pretty cool.
And so when we terminate a plant, we leave the roots. We'll cut it at the soil horizon.
Yeah.
Let the roots continue, because that's what kind of precipitates this transfer of nutrients.
Yeah,
from
kind of like
soil to the
strengthens
plant.
the soil and everything like that.
So we let that alone. Preserve the microbial life.
Okay.
Leave that alone, and then we'll compost on the top. Work the compost in, and in just a year and a half.
Yeah.
So this, we haven't done any kind of soil rehabilitation on this side at all.
Yeah.
And we have one pumpkin that we started growing.
Yeah.
All germinated the same.
Yeah.
Watered the same. Everything is the same.
Yeah.
Except for the soil that we put it in.
So it's a microbiome thing. It's like a soil microbiome build up thing, and you're getting better nutrient accumulation.
So this is what the pumpkin looks like on this side.
Yeah.
Where we haven't done any soil rehabilitation.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys get a look at that, and then I'll show you what it looks like on the
So
way
like
out.
in the Midwest, they're normally doing it just because they don't want all the soil to blow away. Like you can lose all your topsoil. Well, out here, I mean, you do have some winds, but you probably don't have as big of a problem of having a dust storm. But just microbiome. I mean, a lot of people at UCI even are researching soil health, microbiome, soil microbes. In fact, you know what you should do? I brought tubes. All right, guys. Let's do it. Let's see if we can see any difference. I'll send you the data.
Actually, this would be
Really
fantastic.
helpful. Okay, so we'll go right to the base. This is the biggest looking one. So we'll go right to the base here. And this is the till, right? This is the
This is the till.
This is what we call the control.
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody's doing. And we'll come in right here. And we'll go towards, so we do them all kind of the same. We'll go towards where the plant is growing. The biggest contaminant is going to be from my sunscreen on my hands. Good scientist keeps a Sharpie marker. So we're going to call this till with a big T on it. All right. And then we'll do the no-till. And maybe we'll see something cool. You'd think it'd be like a whole bunch of microbes, a monstrous soil microbial community.
got habaneros, which is my favorite pepper to grow.
Awesome.
Just such a beautiful plant. It's a beautiful pepper. It's a beautiful plant.
And it's just starting to get going, right? Because the peppers
Just-
kind of come a little bit later.
Well, and this one especially.
When do you put them in the ground?
A couple months ago.
A couple months ago?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I did. Yeah. Okay.
Very.
Because I have a gardening neighbor. I think she went earlier than me, and her plant is like already like
It was risky though.
crazy because you could lose it, right?
Our spring was very fickle. And cold.
Yeah.
And we got okra.
Yeah, you got
I think it
okra, which is just starting to come in, right?
The most underappreciated vegetable.
Yeah. But then you want to pick them really young, so they come in and you pick them really young. Yeah.
Yeah, the bigger they get, the tougher, the
Yeah.
woodier. And then I had some green beans, but they are being swallowed.
Gotcha.
Swallowed by the pumpkins.
They're like getting invisible here.
And then I'd be
These are pumpkins getting ready for the big holiday.
remiss if I didn't mention my daughter gifted me my hi Phoebe, hi Miles.
Yeah.
My daughter gifted me. She was growing sunflowers at her school.
Oh, that's the sunflower.
Christmas, she gave me a little envelope, and it
Oh,
had
wow.
4 seeds inside.
Yeah, my kids bring those too.
Seeds that she had harvested herself.
Wow.
And now we got her sunflowers out in the field.
There you go. That's those guys right there.
They're absolute monsters.
They
man.
are crazy. They could hit a serious height too. And then these pumpkins, they're ready. I mean, but like, will they harvest them now, or will they wait until Halloween?
We're gonna wait a little. We're gonna wait a little more.
Because every time I see them when we go to like pumpkin harvesting for Halloween, it's like just pumpkins in the field with not even leaves on them.
Well, yeah. Usually they're grown somewhere else.
And they're just dumping them in the
Yeah.
field. Yeah, exactly. So you guys got the real deal here.
Well, and we usually do a pumpkin U-pick every year,
Oh yeah.
where we leave the vines.
Yeah, so you can actually pick
We
them.
leave everything. We're skipping this year because this field, that conventional field,
Yeah.
it needs to not have pumpkin spirit.
Gotcha. So
We've
it's off.
we've been
You
pushing
get
it.
disease in there.
So we're gonna cover crop this for probably 6 months, maybe 4 to 6 months.
And then you'll come back in with the same crop after cover cropping. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
we don't have too. I mean, we try not to do that, but we don't have a whole lot of rotation room.
Gotcha. Man, that's avocado. We have an avocado line here, but that's like way early for avocados right now.
So all of the avocados that you see here, these are all windrow.
These are just a block.
these are seedlings.
Gotcha. So they're not really
So
producing food.
when you go home and you get a Hass from the store,
Yeah.
and you grow a seed, you're not going to get another Hass.
Yeah, you're gonna
you'll
get,
get
like, a weird mutant too.
Something of relation, and these trees are interesting because they're not irrigated.
Okay.
They're not protected. When the avocados are packed in together, they create this beautiful layer of leaf mulch.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not getting any of that. So they're exposed to heat. They're getting secondhand water. Some of these varieties are succeeding. And so there could be.
Yeah, you're looking
a
for you
lot.
got like a drought tolerant variety right there.
These are rootstock,
Yeah.
potential rootstock varieties.
Gotcha.
And there's been some research into some of these.
Cool. And they've been here for a while.
Years.
Yeah.
Years and years.
Selective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Where do you want to go next? You want me to hold it for a little bit?
It's okay.
Coffee? You're growing coffee? That's crazy. I guess we are kind of coastal. I tried growing some coffee. It did not work out for me much.
So let's show off my.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, do I want to grab the pumpkin? Or
No,
that you-
we'll come
no?
back. We'll
Come
circle back. It's gonna get heavy after.
Yeah, it's gonna be a drive the car around. Is there anybody in there?
Yeah,
how's our viewership?
4.
4 people.
The audio was muted for 10 minutes.
Oh, oops, sorry. At least you figured it out.
Yeah.
So these tomatoes escaped the trellis. This is what happens when you don't trellis your tomatoes. It's not good.
Yeah.
And I can't. I'm fighting with my coworker. She wants to keep them, and I want nothing more than to level these.
Oh man, so you really do. Otherwise, they like will creep around,
It's bad.
and then you get like, well, you have a good-looking tomato here.
There's a good one.
Wow.
There you go. And he doesn't even have a hole on him yet.
And then these are our I don't lay claim to these tomatoes. These
Yeah.
are my coworkers' tomatoes.
Gotcha.
These are my tomatoes.
Gotcha. You're going trellis style. This is a good style because it makes it look so pretty. And
Well,
you
it's-
probably don't get a lot of tomatoes getting eaten by bugs.
No.
Like these ones, like a lot of them are getting eaten by bugs. So,
Well, and this is an interesting system. This is created by or sold by Never Sink Farms in New
okay.
York. And
But this is just the way to do the little latch thing you got going on there.
so what you would do is once this reaches
Yeah.
the top of the trellis, you would disconnect it. This is called hook and wicket.
Gotcha. It's just
So-
like a hanging.
So these are the hooks.
Yeah.
And then once it becomes too long for the trellis, then you lay it over the wicket.
Interesting. And then
And
you can
then
like run it, and then you
it.
can re-clip it, and then you just keep
Back.
running them down.
And so eventually we'll
Crazy.
have this horizontal layer of tomatoes and all of the fruit
Just hanging
hangs
down, ready to be picked.
and doesn't touch the ground like you see on these untrellised tomatoes.
Gotcha. Cool. Oh, and then it just all slides down.
Yep. Just
Pretty
all,
easy looking system
it's
too.
kind of, somebody told me the other day it looks like a laundromat.
Yeah, there's those little sponges.
Yeah, it protects.
There you go. Cool.
So yeah, let's go take a look at some coffee.
Coffee.
There'll be a little bit of
Eggplant.
eggplant,
Jalapenos.
jalapenos, mixed peppers, green beans,
Zucchini. Oh man, look at the zucchinis.
yellow squash. We had some amaranth.
So what are you guys doing with all the food? Like you're going down here, somebody's eventually going to harvest. You're not going to let these zucchinis get enormous. Like somebody's going
No.
to come through and pick them.
Yeah, so we send some produce back to schools.
Okay.
We work with some food pantries.
Yep.
Take care of the volunteers.
Cool.
Yeah, as we start building up our capacity to produce food, we'll have to start finding. We used to work with UCI.
Yeah.
During COVID, we had
You give it right to the student cafeterias, essentially.
to UCI
Yeah.
Fresh. No,
Yeah,
to
or
basic-
UCI Press. Oh, for basic needs.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there is that UCI food pantry there.
We actually had a
Yeah.
class, so we were having UCI come every week,
Yeah.
harvest, take back to UCI Fresh. and
Oh,
then
it's so smart.
we had worked on a class. We were going to do a class there,
Okay.
but nobody signed up.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, sometimes with like publicizing things, all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
things can come back, so we get people
Yeah.
interested. And all the summer programs are going on right now. And I just feel like kids really want to get out here and grow some food, harvest some food. It's coming back. It's resurgence, right? Healthiness, working out, it's all coming back.
And then we were just just starting to get into the mushroom game.
Oh, really?
So I got my spawn yesterday.
Okay.
I was chipping straw
Okay.
to grow mushrooms, and we have a cherimoya field.
What are you? What are you gonna grow? You're gonna grow like.
We're gonna start with oyster and wine,
Oh, cool.
and we're gonna grow all of those in our cherimoya orchard.
Oh, I'm back live.
I'm gonna head over to the golf. We'll
Hey, somebody said the audio was muted. That's nice of them to tell you. I think we're back in. I'll hold it. Let's do it.
And then the tarp here, this is a way of controlling weeds.
Yeah.
It's called occultation. So it's the withholding of light. We lay the tarp down. First you water it, lay the tarp down. Every seed that's living, it will germinate under the tarp.
Okay.
But then eventually die because it's just too hot. And so when we peel this off in a couple weeks, we'll have what's called a stale seed bed
Gotcha.
that makes weed management much easier.
So it just sterilizes it with like the heat and no light.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's head this way.
Yeah, I think it's still going.
Except bindweed. It doesn't touch bindweed.
Yeah. And bindweed is just morning glory, essentially, right?
Yeah, it's the same family.
Same family.
The roots go down like 20 feet.
Oh, jeez. Look at that. I'll have to buy a shirt. You have shirts for sale. It's a pretty cool looking shirt. I have to get myself a shirt. We're over here in the yard. I'm glad you guys are liking the farm tour. Oh, we're going in the vehicle.
Not my vehicle. My vehicle's too loud. We'll
Do you mind?
Yeah.
I think it's still going. It just warned me I used all my. I guess it's up front. Let's go up front. Yeah, I used all my internet on my phone, but I don't think it matters.
We'll go take a look at some of the small farms that back here. Projects.
Yeah, you're doing like ornamental like maple trees and stuff too.
Yeah, that is. I'm not sure what that project is. It's
Olive trees.
the vines are from LA County.
Cool. So people can come here and kind of. Oh, this is the only thing my son asked me to bring back with him. With me is dragon fruit. I didn't even know he liked dragon fruit, and he was like making a whole thing about it in the car.
Good taste.
Yeah.
That's my favorite fruit here.
The thing is, sometimes I taste dragon fruit and they have no taste, and sometimes they're good. So it's like a hit or miss, or it's like I'm just getting bad varieties.
What I've been told by the researcher is dragon fruit, the vitamin C,
Okay.
is where the white flesh dragon fruit derives its flavor.
Okay.
It starts degrading off once you pick it off the plant.
Oh, so it's storage.
It starts degrading.
So get it right from the farmer's market or from the farm.
Get it fresh.
Get it fresh.
So right here, this is
Wow,
coffee.
Lempira coffee. So that's the coffee cherry. Okay, so I'm kind of a coffee snob. I get my coffee from Sweet Marie's, which is like an importer, and then I
Yeah.
roast it myself at the house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so, are you guys planning to like harvest them, and then are you gonna like let them just dry in the cherries? What's the plan? Are you doing the natural?
So the last I had heard of this particular project is what they were looking for is new rootstock varieties.
Crazy.
So you know coffee uses a lot of water.
Yeah,
So what
sure.
they want to find out are there any drought tolerant varieties?
Okay.
So they'll stick them in the ground.
I mean, some of these things are tall.
It's a 2-year trial where
Yeah.
first year you give the coffee all the water it needs.
Okay.
Second year you would cut that in a randomized control where
Yeah.
you got 80%, 50%, and 20% of that water. And if there's plants that are succeeding off of that, limited amount of water, then
This is super cool. Okay,
that'll
so
live.
is it okay if I take one fruit?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I'm gonna take a fruit off of here. And so this is a fruit that has a cherry inside of it, and I'm not getting chased by ants. Okay, so this will be another little fun project. So we got a fruit fresh off the tree with there's a million ants on this thing, guys. So this is, this is a dangerous mission.
You want to take a green one too?
What I was gonna do actually, I gotta get another one of my empty tubes here. So the thing that I'm most interested in coffee, I mean, this is really interesting with the soil and the water and the rootstock, but I love the aging of coffee. There's a lot that happens when you take it off the tree as a berry and then you age it. And the thing that people want the most is the grossest coffee. The aged coffee, the fermented stuff that's been eaten by an animal,
Yeah,
and then
inside of a goat.
inside of a goat. So I'm gonna take one of these beans that's like literally from rotting and drying directly on top of the soil. And I think 2 will maybe fit in there. So we'll take maybe 2 of them. And so we got 2 what we call rotten coffee beans off the top of the soil, probably from last year's coffee. And so
also
we'll
heard the
give it a
rumor-
comparison. We'll do fresh, right out of the thing, and then of course looking for caffeine and other xanthan alkaloids.
I have heard rumors that the green coffee cherries have more caffeine.
All right,
Like
well
some
that's
people will
all
chew
right.
them.
All right, well then we'll have to take a green one. I'll take it from the same plant, even though it's riddled with ants. Riddled with ants. Let's get this one. Get out of here, ants.
Protecting scale or aphids.
Yeah, they're eating all the aphid scale. You got another green one over there that's not covered in? Oh yeah, I'll take this green one. Okay, so we got a green one, we got a red one, we got one that's been rotting on the soil for probably since last year's harvest, and we'll feel out which one's got the most caffeine. And then this, could you tell me what this is? This can't be a kiwi, is it? This is not what
No, we
kiwis
do
look
have
like.
Kiwi.
But this is like a fuzzy purple.
I knew it, but I forget it. And
I
if you
keep
look,
checking myself for ants.
look
you know?
underneath the leaves,
Yeah,
there's these crazy thorns.
thorns.
But it's a South American fruit.
Man,
I don't know if this was what they were calling tomato tree.
maybe it's like a tomato tree. They're so crazy. No, so just all these are coffee plants. You guys can hear me all right. I don't have it muted still, do I? And these are all coffee plants right here. And then over here, we have dragon fruit. We got dragon fruit, and then this is a mystery plant. We'll do a little Google image search on that one. And then we have
Google image says Narangilla.
Narangilla. That's kind of matching what we were thinking. Narangilla.
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of like a weird tomato looking, fruit, I guess. This is a yellow one.
Yeah. Which I think is the only one I haven't tried.
Cool.
I'm a
Looks
purple
pretty.
guy.
Looks like the purple ones are really pretty and bigger.
And delicious.
Really good. So these little yellow ones, what a mystery. Ants, right? Yeah, we gotta watch out. I have sugarcane in my garden, and it was a huge mistake. I have so many ants now. Don't grow sugarcane, guys. Bad decision.
That's actually something I've been wanting to grow for a long time.
Yeah, it gets a little out of control too. Like there's nothing you can do to control it. You eventually get a lot of sugarcane.
This is my ginger.
Oh, very good.
So this was ginger we bought down the street at Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. I put mine from Trader Joe's too.
And so far it works. It's a little worse for wear, but it's
Crazy too, because like you don't even need to harvest it. You just dig into the soil, get yourself some ginger, and then you're done.
And then you save 30% for the next year, and then you just keep it going.
Yeah, I have trouble finding it in the winter when I want to make something with ginger in it, and I have to like remember where I put it in the garden and dig some up.
This should be ready right around December, January.
So are you guys are all these coffee plants for the study, or eventually we're gonna grow some coffee, do a little small batch coffee thing going on?
No, so we wouldn't be doing the commercial side of things. But yeah, this is all Small Farms Advisor from San Diego.
Okay.
So he's supporting the needs and interests of farmers like in the Fallbrook area.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know if there's somebody in Fallbrook growing local coffee. I'm sure people would love to support a local coffee producer.
For sure.
And so, yeah, I guess I'd have to reach out to, maybe I can get the extension guy's name who's from San Diego doing the coffee. Because a lot of people would love local coffee.
You guys want to go take a look at some the Cherimoya growth?
Yeah, let's do it. Do you guys grow, what's it called? Persimmons out here?
We have an extensive persimmon crop.
That's like our main thing that we're so good at down here, right? Is the persimmon.
Well, and our persimmons were actually UCLA used to be an ag school.
Okay.
And once they started running out of room, they reached out to us. We've been here since '56.
Oh wow.
We've been here a long 9 years.
Same
before.
amount of land, or did you guys slowly get shrunk
No,
because of
same amount.
So you've been holding your footprint. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, up until now.
Wow. Yeah, it's encroaching.
But yeah, so UCLA said, hey, can you guys take our persimmons? So we have
Oh, that's awesome.
30 plus varieties.
I know I'm a little early for persimmons.
Yeah, we'll
I'll
take
have
a look
to,
at 'em.
maybe I'll have to come back out once it's persimmon harvest. Because I am like a sucker for persimmons. I really do love them. And the variety too. Like, oh man, just
We can never get rid of them.
okay. You email me when you have a persimmon problem. I had another collaborator who has a farm up in Fallbrook, and she was growing persimmons.
So we have
Or
the
Fallbrook area.
Hychia, the Fuyu. We have pollination variant varieties that are speckled.
I just love the diversity of the flavors. Like they have such
Have you tried the native North American persimmon?
no, probably not.
So Virginiana, it's this little mini persimmon.
Oh, wow.
And I would love for you to look at it because there's a rum butter raisin flavor to it.
Oh, really?
And
Okay, we'll do a persimmon flavor analysis
so I've
series
brought
for all of them. Yeah,
brewers
okay.
out here,
Okay.
and they taste it and they think it's fermenting on the tree because
Okay.
it has this really boozy flavor.
Okay. Well,
so-
I can definitely tell you if there's booze in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's for sure.
That would be
We
fascinating.
can definitely tell you if it's booze that's doing it or if it's just some sort of ester or rum flavor.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I just did a whole series of running whiskeys, aged whiskeys that people sent me.
Oh, that's
so I kind of know now what are the fruity undertones in whiskeys. I haven't done rums yet, and they actually are like esters that are unique. Like so, there's like lactones and esters that give that flavor. So it doesn't have to be ethanol.
We'll talk talk about some of these projects.
What a great gig, dude. You're out here, you just got the farm. Well, you don't even realize it, you know? You could be coming from like look-alike apartment complex, and then you're just dropped right into, I mean, this is Central Coast almost is what it looks like.
I tell people I get to pretend to be a farmer with no skin in the game.
Yeah, you're like, I don't have to actually sell anything.
If my tomatoes don't grow, like I don't lose the shirt off my back.
I know, but it's still disappointing.
It's still very it cuts me deeply when something doesn't go right. I'm looking at you, cucumbers. You give me
Why are cucumbers such a problem? I can't get cucumbers going to save my life.
Because it's the one thing I love more than anything.
I know, and then I have to buy these Persian cucumbers from the store. And they're like the cheapest things, and you're like, oh, why can't I grow these? So we're out here, we got the avocados. This is avocado growth.
So so this side, this is part of UC Riverside's breeding collection. Here we have over 300 varieties of avocado.
Wow. And so are they growing them for that region? I thought most was growing kind of like the Ohio area.
No, so
there's a lot of it out there.
They're working with like foreign governments all over the world.
Oh, really? So this is like a large scale.
Well, in that
breeding.
That Luna avocado was so interesting because they didn't really mess with the flavor.
Okay.
What they were doing with the Luna, two big things is they changed the shape of the trees.
Is it for automated harvesting essentially, or is it
more trees per acre?
Gotcha. Yeah. So it's basically in line with profit and automated harvesting and getting them packed in nicely.
They've changed the shape, so they've made them more columnar.
Gotcha. Yeah, because otherwise they branch out and they go these huge arms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this new variety is a pollinizer.
Okay.
So you could put it with
self-pollinate itself.
A's and B's, and it will pollinate either one.
Interesting.
And then on this side, this is a landscape irrigation project. So this is UC Davis working with a nursery that creates new landscape plants.
Okay.
They send them to us.
And it's like a lot of South African and like Australian
And there's some
varieties. Passion fruits in there.
And so the first year they irrigate it like you would turf grass.
Okay.
Second year they do that same treatment. Some of these plants will get 80% of the water.
Gotcha.
Some will get 50.
So it's a drought tolerance.
And
trying to see which ones can handle it.
And some of these will end up in Lowe's or Home Depot in a few years.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's smart. I mean, that's the way to approach things. You want to find the right things for landscaping. As you look at the leaves, you can tell that there's a lot of different cultivars. There's a lot going on. Like this guy's got himself a little curly leaf. That guy's got these huge leaves. So what I need is you guys to grow an avocado variety that does well for bonsai. You know, you got to do like a bonsai avocado. And so these are persimmon.
These are persimmons.
Cool. Yeah, it's still very early for. So I guess it's a fall crop.
Yeah, fruit though.
We do have some fruit. These little guys. So are these different varieties? This is all the same right here.
No, these are all different varieties.
Wow.
Like I said, we have about 30 different kinds.
Love it. It's just like a little spritz irrigation going on.
It's a good light spritz.
A little light spritz irrigation. It's not drip. They really do look way different though.
Oh, and this is here. Let me show you guys. This is talking about avocados on this side. It's already getting
Here, I can take a turn for a second.
So these avocado trees over here, 2 years ago were across the street.
Okay.
And so we
You transplanted it.
probably one of the most fun things I've done since I've been working here was watch this machine.
Just like go take the whole thing.
Giant claw pick up these trees and then drop it in.
But this is a persimmon. This is the Fumu persimmon. You can almost tell when it's small, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really good one. You guys are gonna have a lot of persimmons. You're gonna have a lot.
Persimmons here.
This is like the perfect climate for persimmons.
Yeah. It's one of our most, if not our most popular U-Pick. So we do a U-Pick
Has
for
to
the
be.
public.
Oh yeah.
And anybody who wants to check out our events, follow us at UC South Coast.
So this is UC South Coast, everybody. We're here in Irvine, off Irvine Boulevard, kind of like halfway to the mountains. You can see the mountains over there. So between the mountains and the ocean, you have the OC South Coast Farm. And he's saying that, you know, persimmons are like, gosh, they're expensive at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
They're coveted. You could export all the persimmons and make a killing. But they'll do a U-pick for the regular people. You can get persimmons in all the varieties.
And we also do, before our U-Picks, we do a Hoshigaki demo.
Oh.
To teach
I
people.
don't even know what that is.
So Hoshigaki is this ancient Japanese method, and how they figured this out,
Yeah.
I will never know. But what they do is they take an unripe
Okay.
Haichia persimmon.
Okay.
So Haichia are the astringent varieties
Okay.
that need to soften before they can be eaten.
So they like pick them unripe, and then they do some sort of like aging fermentation process.
They peel them,
Okay.
take the skin off.
Oh, that's when
hang
they
the
hang
string.
them. I've seen that
Yeah.
online.
So
yeah.
they hang them on a string, and then every day for 3 weeks they'll glove up, and then you come
And they like smush it,
massage it.
and it makes it like a gummy.
They're breaking down the cell
Yeah, and it
walls.
like makes it like a gummy fruit.
I don't like persimmon.
Yeah.
I will house the Hoshigaki.
But they're not
persimmons.
and so they're not harvested when they're like orange. Or are they harvested when they're orange?
Yeah, they're still orange.
They're still orange.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just not quite ready to
They're
go
not
yet.
going to blush up. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, you know, it's really hard. That's the hardest thing with persimmons is deciding when they're ready to eat. Like it's almost impossible. And sometimes I'll leave some, like I'll forget about a couple I get, and they'll be behind somewhere, and then I'll find them, and they're like look gross, but
No truer
more
statement.
delicious. More delicious when gross.
I've been here 12 years and
Yeah.
I still can't pick a persimmon.
Can't figure it out.
It's a mystery.
And you want it to be like it's so you got to have it crispy and crunchy, but it's got to be got that right flavor.
I eat one fuyu every year, and then
Then you're done.
I'm
See,
done.
That's another thing I've noticed. People are either into persimmons
Yeah.
or they're not.
Yeah.
And the best thing about me is that no one else in my family is into the persimmons, so I got them all to myself.
You don't have to share.
No, I have to share. What is this? A blueberry?
No, this is a persimmon.
No way, dude.
This might be the Virginiana or.
This is the craziest,
rootstock.
tiniest persimmon I've ever seen in my entire life. There's no way.
So our native North American persimmons don't get any bigger than the biggest blueberry.
We're so like, what? That's ridiculous.
There
How would
are,
you
there
even?
are,
How would you just gotta pop them in your mouth like a blueberry?
This could be a rootstock variety.
Okay.
And we do have.
I
a
still
few of
want to
those.
taste them when
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
ripe. That's crazy.
I think this is Virginia.
Okay, so they come in all sizes. There's been a lot of breeding to make them bigger. But this one is gorgeous. You can have it in your front yard.
This
That's
is
way
the
to go.
native North American, the only native North American variety.
That is
Called
pretty sad.
Virginiana.
You'd have to do a lot of work to get some persimmon going.
Yeah.
All right.
And these are the ones that
So that's
taste-
why we're bringing in the Japanese variety to get things that actually have some fruit to them.
Well, but these ones taste like butter. This is the
This
rum
is the one.
raisin.
That, these
yeah.
are rum raisins.
Yeah.
Okay.
The flavor is unreal.
And are they trying to do crosses and stuff like that to get some of the flavor transfer? Or are you?
So this isn't an active research project.
Gotcha.
This is a collection that we maintain.
Gotcha.
Sometimes we'll have collections. I'm about to take you guys to Cherimoya.
Okay.
That was a project from the 90s that we opted to keep.
Okay.
And we just pay for the water because it's an important thing to have. It's culturally significant to the
But
public.
you guys are funded by the state, and they don't supplement water.
That's
like your biggest cost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody's got to pay for water. I specifically like that one right there. It's just got such nice looking fruit on it and the big leaves and like it's just gotta move that one to the yard. All right, we're coming back for persimmon picking. November. Yeah. All right, we got some time. We'll do a live stream, guys, from the persimmon picking. Bring the family. So what's a? Oh yeah. You have to save a couple before you eat them all.
Who me? That's not happening.
No.
If you like dates, it's a lot like a date.
Oh really?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's like the best date you've ever had.
What's Cherimoya? don't even know what that you're talking about it, but
So cherimoya is a subtropical fruit native to South America and Southeast Asia.
okay.
In the stores, they're probably about $10 or so a piece.
Yeah, because I don't have any idea what they are.
And,
So they're
and
super
they're,
rare.
they're terrible because
Okay.
they spend so much time in refrigeration, it doesn't like the cold.
Okay.
And so when you get them in the store, they break down. I will tell you that this is probably culturally the most significant thing we have here.
Okay.
When we started making these available to the public,
They went crazy.
we would sell like 1,000 pounds in 10 minutes.
No way.
And
And this is from local pickup.
we don't try to undercut other sellers.
Yeah.
But I'm also not going to charge $10 a piece. So
Yeah, you want to you don't want to put people out of business, but you want to keep the price fair. This is what we're talking about.
So yeah, this is for
Cherimoya. Interesting. So that doesn't have fruit on it yet.
No, so this just flower.
Gorgeous flower.
We may see some flowers. It's a very strange little flower.
Yeah, look at that. They're hanging. They're not even flowers. They're
That's it. It does not look like a flower.
This is cherimoya flower. I got another tube. See, look at that. We didn't do it. The cherimoya flower. I'm gonna go for one that just barely isn't open because it will fit inside the tube here. It's a cherimoya flower.
We got some good ones over here too.
Then we got some bigger ones over here. So that's a cherimoya flower. I'm running out of tubes. I think this will be my last tube question. So, get that one. Get that one. I just wanted but one more tube. There it is. There it is. One last tube. All right, so I got young cherimoya flower, and we'll go for try not to get tons of ants on me. What's in the cherimoya flower?
So this fruit, we have about 30 varieties here. Ranges in flavor to banana, honey, lemon. It's unmistakably tropical. Very, very
What do
sweet.
they even look like? I have to look them up.
Imagine an unopened artichoke. It looks more like a dragon fruit than a dragon fruit. It looks like dragon scales, kind of.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I have seen these
Like
before.
a big green egg.
Yeah, it's like a green egg, but with dragon scales as the skin. Okay, and then it's like a custard on the inside with a bunch of big seeds.
It's called custard apple.
Custard apple. I know what you're talking about. These are really expensive and coveted. And so you have multiple varieties of said custard apple.
Correct.
Cool.
And you can
This is where you hang out and have your lunch
This
right
is
here.
where I
Right?
hang out.
This is the spot.
and you can tell once you step inside,
Yeah.
the climate totally changes.
Yeah, well, it's the sun that gets us here. It's actually not that hot out. Yeah, it smells great. This is where you set up your camp.
Where I'm setting up my mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, I bet you they grow really well in all this leaf litter here.
Up until a few years ago, this was the largest grove in the northern hemisphere.
Wow.
And then Spain came in and
Started growing them commercially.
Yeah.
I can smell mushrooms.
It was a funky.
Yeah, it's definitely got something going on in here.
Well, and if you look at the
There's
leaf
just a ton
litter,
of leaf litter.
it's all broken down. The ones
perfect,
that fall.
perfect for the soil.
Yeah.
Cool.
And this is where I was gonna throw. I'll have.
So you're gonna
my
put
mushrooms.
you're gonna put it on the hay and some wood chips and then put it out.
Exactly, straw and wood chips, and then I'm gonna
Yep.
do some in laundry baskets.
Okay, cool.
And then kind of sit them in between the trees.
The oysters will do super well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I bet it'll pick up from the ground a little bit of that cherimoya flavor.
Would be interesting to see.
Especially the oysters. Oysters are still in their remediation.
It's usually 10 degrees cooler in here than wherever else you are.
All right, so this is the end of the tour. We have one more thing. Do you guys do figs? No figs?
Yeah, we've got figs, 150 kinds of citrus.
Yeah,
We've got
citrus is probably what's going on right now too, right? Like
Citrus is no, citrus
Citrus
is
is over.
Yeah, out of season,
already over.
and we're not able to let any of our citrus leave the center.
Oh, because of citrus screening disease and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're under two.
You can't even
quarantines.
buy citrus plants now.
No, not
I
in
hear
Southern
people.
California.
Yeah, I heard people going up to Northern California and bringing them down, which is not allowed.
No, it's definitely not allowed, and it's kind of risky.
Yeah. So citrus screening's on the spread. Gotta watch out.
So, how are you guys on time?
I think we're almost probably got to get going, but pretty good. We'll pack up.
Here
So
on
these
the-
are all the volunteer avocados right here. That stuff.
We'll end at finger lime since we've been talking about
Finger limes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
This would be
All
a
right, I'll put you
good-
guys up front here.
So when we have a section of plants here called it's a germplasm collection for
Okay.
citrus. Germplasm, just a fancy word for a collection of tissue, a collection of varieties.
Yeah, when they're gonna do like tissue culture to then propagate and grow, cross.
So these plants are all pure or ancient citrus relative
like
varieties.
well known
Exactly.
varieties.
Because everything you get in the store has been crossed.
Yeah,
hundreds of
crossed
times
and
over.
yeah.
And so whenever there's a pest or a disease, researchers will go to germplasm collections
Gotcha. To try to find a way to get around it.
to look for inherent resistance.
Gotcha.
And so when they were looking into the finger lime, they found that the finger lime
This thing right here.
is that I'm not sure. I gotta
Interesting.
get a map. They found the finger lime is resistant to
Okay.
HLB.
Oh, crazy.
And
So now they can use that to try to fix the other citrus
Well,
crops.
now we have a project here using finger lime rootstock where we're looking at new varieties of citrus
Cool.
that are resistant and hoping that they'll take up that resistance in the rootstock from the rootstock.
All right, so we're at the citrus.
This is the germplasm.
Germplasm. What is it? This thing though? Is this actually the tree that we're going to?
This is it.
This is the citrus?
Yep.
Okay, guys, this is the oddest looking citrus I've ever seen here. We got it looks just like, oh man, I've used too many of my tubes, guys. Okay, coolest fact that I figured out so far, we're gonna have to get rid of one of the flowers. We get rid of the young flower
Yeah.
from the cherimoya. Timeout duration. Oh, I don't want a timeout duration. I'm just hitting stuff. All right, so one of the coolest things I figured out randomly is that there's caffeine in lemon blossoms. And I think it's to jazz up the bees. So I'm gonna just pick a couple of these finger lime blossoms. They smell, oh my gosh, they smell awesome. That's the finger lime.
Smell that. So
Oh my gosh, it smells awesome.
a finger lime. Imagine when you cut open an orange.
We're gonna analyze these for
In
sure.
the slice of an orange, you see all those little juice sacs that
Yeah.
are stuck together. Those are called vesicles.
Look at this.
And in a finger lime, the vesicles aren't connected; they're separate. You want me to do a squeeze?
Yeah, do a
So
squeeze.
those vesicles, when they're loose,
Let me see if I can focus it. There we go. Yeah, these are these finger limes, and they just all come out. So you can just use these in like fancy drinks and stuff.
or on top of oysters,
Oh man.
sushi,
Oh man.
and yeah, you can see that they're just all
It's delicious.
broken apart. Help yourself.
Awesome.
And they're, I mean, nothing tastes better.
All right, we'll analyze some of these too. I got a good Headspace GC method for terpenes in. So finger lime. I'm really interested in just the plant itself. What a ridiculous looking citrus.
Well, and if you get in close, look at the thorns on this thing.
I know, it's still got thorns and it's still got the exact same flowers. Like it's still got that purple interior on the flower with the, that the white petals is how they make neruli oil, which is like a really super expensive fragrance. They just take the white petals only. That would be incredible. So if you did finger lime neruli oil, that could be the most expensive essential oil in existence.
And the answer to the question, Jason, why are there so many finger lime petals in your pockets?
Yeah, so many finger lime petals here. Here, you gotta take a big one here. Here you go.
Yeah, this is the one citrus variety here that's ready and ripe this time of year.
Yeah, everything else is it's way too
Cooler.
late. Yeah. Very cool.
The
Very
smell-
cool.
The smells incredible.
All right. Finger lime, guys. All right, well, we're gonna go. We may go back on live, but I'm gonna wrap it up here because it's been like an hour on the live here. I don't even know if save it, but hey, thanks for joining us here. I'll put the video up on YouTube and then we'll edit it.
Cool.
But hey, thanks so much for showing us around.
you.
And let me end this if they know how. I'm wanting to stop streaming.